Okay, perfect. Welcome, ladies, to elevate your identity, expand your income, the science of becoming the woman who has it all. This is a brand new masterclass that I literally just put together in the last couple of weeks because I have been having so many conversations with my clients behind the scenes in my containers about identity. And identity is so important when it comes to experiencing more, breaking through to your next level. It's all about identity. And so I wanted to put this together to you so that I can share with you everything. Like, ladies, I am literally going to give you everything you need to know, the knowledge, the wisdom, the information. So you're going to have absolutely everything you need to know to get results if you make the decision to integrate it and to implement it. And I know that gathering information and knowledge doesn't get results. It's the implementation and the integration of it. So that's why I'm going to give you everything. I'm not going to hold back anything. I'm going to give you all the information and all the knowledge you need to get the results you desire. And if what you hear today makes sense, if it feels aligned, then there is going to be an invitation for you to accelerate your results and journey with me over the next 3 months inside a container I call Elevate, empowering your mind, body, and soul to be rich. Now, there's never any pressure or obligation. I'm just always overflowing with opportunities and abundance for your expansion and your greatest good. Okay. Now, I know why you're here. You are here because you want more. You desire to have more, experience more, feel more, and express more of who you really are. And that desire is normal because you are literally born to experience wealth and abundance and success and prosperity. It is your divine, innate human birthright. And so, my invitation to join me in this masterclass to learn more about how you can do that, it's a soul calling. There's literally a soul resonance with my invitation, my messaging, and your heart's desire for more. So let's get right into it. I've got a lot of information to share and to cover, and I'm going to pour into you. I'm going to give you as much as I possibly can. And also, it might feel like I'm kind of going fast because we only have a short period of time here. We've got an hour together. So if you got a pen and a paper, feel free to jot some things down, take some notes, because like I said, I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom here. I'm going to give it all. And if you can take and receive all that's here for you and really begin to embody it, integrate it, and implement it into your daily life, into your lived experience, you're going to experience results. You're going to experience a shift. You're going to expand into your next level. So, the biggest question is how? How do I expand my income? How do I break through to my next level? How do I experience more wealth, more success, more divine prosperity? Well, it all begins with a worthy idea. A worthy idea. Now, if you are not yet familiar with this book right here, The Science of Getting Rich, I highly recommend you get yourself a copy. It is available on Amazon. This book I recently updated for women, specifically for you, with language that speaks directly to your soul as a woman. You see, this book was written 115 years ago. It's not a new book, it's a classic. Like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book's way older. And the science behind getting rich, which I'm going to inject into this masterclass today, is infallible. What does it mean to be infallible? Incapable of making mistakes, incapable of being wrong. I have experienced firsthand the effects and the results of implementing the science of getting rich. And everything begins with a worthy idea. He talks about, he says, there is a science of getting rich. It's an exact science, like algebra or arithmetic. There are certain laws that govern the process of acquiring riches. And once any person learns and obeys these laws, they get rich with mathematical certainty. Okay? Now, the certain way that he's talking about is by law. By law. Now, if you are not new to my world, some of the material that I'm covering is going to be like a refresher. If you are new to my world, you're in for a treat because you're going to learn some powerful stuff here today. And learning things, the same things through repetition, is really one of the secrets to changing your results. So the certain way is by law. Everything in our known universe operates by law, including you and your mind. Now, how do we expand your income? It all starts with a worthy idea. And what is a worthy idea? Then a clear mental image of what it is you want. In this 3D realm that many of us exist in, it's called a goal. You have to know what you want with absolute certainty and clarity. Did you know most people don't have goals? It's true. Most people don't have goals. They're not striving for something more. I mean, if you were to poll everyone, everyone would say, I'd like more money. I'd like to be rich. But that is not a goal. It's too vague. Everybody wants to be rich and experience more abundance, but very few people actually have a clearly defined goal. So the first step to expanding your income, becoming rich, you've got to have a clearly defined goal. Now, what is the purpose of a goal? Many people think the purpose of a goal is to get more money or a new house or a fancier car, but that is not the real purpose of a goal. The true purpose of a goal is to help you grow. It's to help you tune in and tap into potential that you have not yet realized yet. Now, that is the true purpose of a goal. Therefore, not all goals are created equally. There's 3 types of goals that you need to be aware of so that when you create your goal, you know if you're on the right track or not. You know if you're going sideways or if you're going up. Now, there's A-type goals, B-type goals, and C-type goals. A-type goals are the type of goals that you already know how to achieve, and maybe you've already achieved them in the past. So there's no growth in A-type goals. Perhaps you would like to lose 20 pounds. you likely know how to lose 20 pounds. You may have lost 20 pounds in the past before. So there's really no growth in that type of goal. Does that make sense? Yeah, no growth in A type goals. Then we look at B type goals. B type goals are the type of goals that you think you could achieve. If all the pieces come together, if so and so does this, if so and so does that, if everything lines up, I think I could achieve this goal, but it's all dependent on other people playing their role and doing their parts. Now, the thing about B type goals, although they're better than A type goals, there's not enough desire and passion to stay the course when life throws curveballs at you. And life will throw curveballs at you. You know this. The roof starts leaking, the dog gets sick. All of a sudden, unexpected bills, circumstances will unfold. And if you don't have the level of desire and purpose behind the goal, it'll derail you and it will take you right off course. You see, power is a manifestation of desire. Where there is no desire, there is no power. So we've got to have a level of desire for the thing so that you have the power to stay the course. So we don't go after B-type goals. Now, C-type goals are where it's at. C-type goals are the type of goals where you have no idea how or when it will happen. You just know that is what you want. You close your eyes, you can see it, you can feel it, you can smell it. You're there. You're like, that's what I want. I want that house on the lake. I want the freedom. I want the boat, the travel, the land, whatever it is, you just know. And you're so excited and you feel so alive by this worthy idea in your mind that it gives you the power you need to stay the course. This is a C-type goal. You don't need to know the how. You don't need to know the when. All you need to know is that's it. And it has so much passion and so much desire that it will help you stay the course, no matter what life throws at you. Now, this is the type of goal that's going to help you grow. It's going to help you expand. It's going to help you elevate. And this is the true purpose of a goal, is to help you grow. Tap into unrealized potential you've never touched before. This is a C-type goal. It's a worthy idea that you accept into your mind. Now, once you have accepted this worthy idea and you have clearly defined it, it's time for that goal to then move through the process of creation, realization, true manifestation. The certain way that Mr. Waddles talks about in The Science of Getting Rich is by law. And the first and most important law that you need to understand so that you can realize your next big goal is the perpetual transmutation of radiant energy, which is a mouthful, I know, but let me simplify it for you. It basically states that energy is neither created nor destroyed. Energy is just constantly moving from one form to another. So that worthy idea is thought energy. It's thought energy. Now, when you take that thought energy in your conscious mind and you accept it, you allow it to be impressed upon your subconscious mind, and we'll get to that in a minute, through feeling and emotion, that thought energy has nowhere else to go but to move into your body through feeling energy, which becomes your vibration essentially. Now, you're feeling energy, that vibration that you are embodying, that you are living as a result of accepting that worthy idea from your conscious mind into your subconscious mind. It then moves into behavior energy, because the way you feel affects the way you show up. It affects the things you do, the things you say, the decisions you make, the words you say, the emails you send. And then from that point, it's action, reaction, cause and effect, another universal law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So thought energy becomes feeling energy, becomes behavior energy, becomes your results. Now, if you don't yet understand that your thoughts create your results, just think of this for a moment. You step on the scale. And I use this because we're all women, and I think we can all relate to this. You step on the scale. Perhaps you see a number that you don't like. And right away, you think a thought. You give it meaning. And it's not positive. It's negative. Another universal law, the law of polarity. Everything has an opposite. And so in this case, you step on the scale, you see a number, and you give it negative meaning. All of a sudden, that thought energy goes into your body through your vibration and what you're feeling, and you're feeling disappointed. You're feeling guilty about the second piece of cake you maybe had on your birthday. Hello. Right? So then the negative thought creates the negative feeling, and then the negative feeling creates behavior that is not empowered, that is not in alignment with that go-getter mindset to go and do the thing to achieve the goal. Negative emotions and negative vibrations create negative behaviors oftentimes, unless there's something to interject and to counteract it. I know myself, for one, have had that exact experience. And then it's like, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to have some chips now because it doesn't really matter. I've already lost. I'm already losing, But when we become aware of how our thoughts affect our feeling, our vibration, our emotions, which then affect our behavior, you can begin to get full control over your mind. And when you do, you can create the results that you desire. So how do we expand our income? How do we experience more money? How do we break through to that next level of success? It begins with a goal, a C-type goal, the type of goal that excites you and, quite frankly, scares you at the same time, because it does feel big, because it does seem kind of impossible. because your logical mind, your conscious mind, it doesn't yet know how to achieve it. It's never done it before. So it's going to feel a little scary and it's going to stretch you. And that's perfect. That's where you need to be if you want to break through to your next level. Now, back to your marvelous mind, specifically your subconscious mind. Now, if you are familiar with Bob Proctor or if you've taken my master classes before, this is going to be a refresher. This is going to make sense. If not, this is going to be brand new for you. And that's exciting. You see, you have a mind, obviously. But did you know that your subconscious mind is what's running the show? Your subconscious mind is what is dictating your level of success. Now, if I was to draw a circle, let's pretend this head of mine is a circle, and this represents the mind. If I was to draw a line right through the middle, and I would say that the top part of the mind is the conscious mind. It's where we gather information. It's where we store all of our knowledge. And it's what the school system focuses on, right? Sit them in their desks, give them knowledge, give them information, and then maybe one day they will use that to do something. That's actually not how it works. And that's why the whole education system, it is so antiquated and it really needs to be updated. They should be teaching this stuff in school. This is what kids really need to understand. But the good news is you're here now and you're learning it now. So you can receive this and make some changes to get the results you desire. Now, the conscious mind, where we store all our information, all our knowledge, you've got so much information and knowledge in your conscious mind. You know a lot of things. You've been on this planet for a long time. But all that information and knowledge in your conscious mind, it's not what's controlling this thing, your body. And it's your body that does things. It's your behavior that gets the results. You can sit back and visualize and affirm as much as you want. But without the feeling behind it, you're not going to attract the results that you desire. So that's why you've got to understand this. Your subconscious mind, also known as your feeling mind or your emotional mind, is what is running the show. It's what's dictating your results. Now, there is a really interesting fact that your conscious mind is where most people will focus to get a different result. And that's called strategy. People will say, okay, I want to achieve this result. I want to double my income, or I want to, close 10 deals, or whatever the case may be. And they focus on a new strategy. Okay, I'm just going to do this thing. I'm going to do this new marketing thing, or I'm going to follow this blueprint. It's strategy. But strategy is only responsible for 5% of your results. 95% of your results come from your subconscious mind. Now I'm going to go a little deeper. Specifically, your paradigm. Now, maybe you've heard this word before, maybe it's new to you. But you've got to know and understand what your paradigm is, how to change it so that you can get a different result. In your subconscious mind, your feeling mind, your emotional mind is a thing called a paradigm. And what is a paradigm but a multitude of habits and beliefs that are fixed? They're fixed in your subconscious mind, and they've been with you for decades. Some of them have been with you since you were a little kid. Beliefs and habits fixed in your subconscious mind. And until you understand this concept and how to change it, nothing changes in your external world. Think of your paradigm as an invisible force, because that's what it is. It's abstract. You cannot see it. It's not concrete or tangible, but it's powerful and it is very real. If you were to think of your paradigm inside your subconscious mind like a thermostat, it's set to a certain set point, just like your thermostat in your house is maybe set to 70 or 75 degrees, right? It's set. And whenever it senses a deviation in the temperature, it does something to bring it back down, right? It engages the furnace or the air conditioning to bring it back to the set point. Now, your paradigm is like a thermostat, and it's set to a certain set point. Let's call it the success set point. If you have a habit of earning of 5 or 10K per month, that is where your paradigm is set to. And it creates conditions and circumstances all in harmony with that set point. The leads that come in, the ideas that you have, the invitations, the collaborations, the connections, they're all in harmony with your current paradigm. And in order to get a different result, to break through to your next level and experience something radically different than what your habit of earning is, you've got to change the paradigm. You've got to change the thermostat setting. Now, this is serious business. This is precisely what I did last year in my business over the course of the year to 5x my results. Paradigm shifting is serious business. I mean, it's simple. When I explain it to you, you're going to be like, oh, that sounds simple. That's simple. It is simple, but it's not easy. Because your subconscious mind, your paradigm, it's so powerful, it doesn't want to die. It wants to stay alive, and it will keep doing things to sabotage you so that you stay where you are, in the known. But what you desire is in the unknown. And so if you create a C-type goal, I want to, double my monthly income. I want to create a new business and replace my salary. That is scary as hell to the paradigm. That is so unknown, so beyond its current level of understanding, that it will do whatever it can to create fear, doubt, and uncertainty so that you do not step out into the unknown. Just stay right here in the known, where everything is known. It might not be what you desire, but at least we know it. But that's not where your next level is. That's not where your desires are. It's in the unknown. And so once you understand the power of your subconscious mind and your paradigms, you can begin to take consistent, intentional actions to counter it and get a different result. So, just to refresh, how do you expand your income? You start with a goal, not just any type of goal, a C type goal, the type of goal that you have no idea how it's going to happen. You just know that's what you want. That is what excites you. That is what makes you come alive. And you don't need to worry about the how. Your logical mind doesn't know the how because it's beyond your current level of understanding. It's in the unknown, and that's where we're going. So you start with a goal, all while understanding and being totally wise, eyes wide open now to this invisible force that is going to prevent you from taking action towards that goal. It's your paradigm, which lives in your subconscious mind, your feeling mind. It's a multitude of habits and beliefs fixed in your subconscious mind, and it's been there for decades. Once you become aware of this, you can interrupt it. You can counteract it. You can begin to reprogram it. This is precisely what we do inside Elevate. So, how do we change the paradigm? Actually, before I get into that, let me just talk about your identity, because that too is a paradigm. Your current identity, your current self-image is a paradigm. You have certain habits and you have certain beliefs fixed in your subconscious mind about who you are. And again, it's like a thermostat, it's set. If you want to expand your income, you've got to elevate your identity. Just look at your current way of being, the way you start your days, the habits you have, the way you show up, the clothes you wear, the products you buy, the way you speak. This is all part of your identity, which is habitual, and it's based on certain beliefs that you have established about who you are, what you're worth, and what you're capable of. These beliefs and these habits must change if you are to elevate your identity and expand your income. Now that I'm bringing this into your conscious awareness, I want you to start paying attention to your habits. Do you know 95 to 98% of all of your behavior is habitual? You wake up in the morning, you have a habit to your morning. You do the same things day in and day out. If you have a habit of scrolling on your phone first thing in the morning, that's part of your paradigm. And that is also connected to your current level of success. Want to elevate your identity? Just Change one habit that you do first thing in the morning. Instead of scrolling on the phone, maybe you move your body. Maybe you do a meditation. Maybe you nourish your mind. That is going to have an effect. Every cause has an effect, and it's equal and opposite. So pay attention to your daily habits and notice just maybe one that you would like to change. And begin to change it on a regular basis. For example, let me share with you very quickly. Oh my gosh, time is always going by so fast on these things. Okay, I'm going to try and squeeze this in real quick. I'm going to tell you one habit that I implemented as part of my morning daily ritual that helped me to 5x my business last year. It's a 20-minute daily ritual I call the Core Four. And many of you are already familiar with this. I teach it all the time. Why? It gets results, infallible results. It's like literally magic or medicine. I mean, if I was a doctor and this daily ritual I'm going to share with you right now, real quick, was a medicine that could cure your ailments, I would be considered unethical if I didn't prescribe it. And so what you're going to receive right now is something that is going to affect the way you think. It's going to affect the way you feel. And as a result, it's going to affect the way you show up and behave, which is going to get you a different result. I call it the Core Four, and I'm going to go through it real quick because I wasn't planning on sharing this, but it's too valuable not to share with you. Okay, Core Four, it's four things. Combination of visualization and autosuggestion. What is autosuggestion? Well, it's constant spaced repetition with feeling and emotion that goes right to the subconscious mind. It's what hypnotists use to help hypnotize people. I do this 20-minute daily ritual upon waking every single day. It sets up my day for success. I feel empowered and confident before I even get out of bed. Number one, visualization. Set your meditation app for 15 minutes. If you want, put your earbuds in and listen to 888 hertz just to amplify and intensify the experience. During that 15 minutes, you're going to visualize yourself in a scene where your goal is already fulfilled. You are in it. It is happening now. You're not striving or working towards it. You're in it. Allow yourself to see the beauty of the moment, of the scene. Feel the love, the joy, the laughter, the gratitude. Smell the flowers. Taste the fine delicacies. Invoke as many of your emotions or your senses as you possibly can. That's going to heighten the experience. And you see what's happening during this visualization, where you are in the scene of your wish fulfilled as if it is already happening now, is you're tapping into the subconscious mind now. And we know the subconscious mind is what's running the show. So when you can get into the subconscious mind through feeling and emotion, you're there. You've got it. That's it. Now, your timer goes off. You open up your journal and you just jot down day one, July 30th, 2025. Visualization, 15 minutes. Check. Step number two is real quick. Feeling generation. Jot down 2 or 3 emotions that you felt during your visualization. Love, joy, success, peace, harmony, power, whatever it is. Just jot down 2 or 3. You want to anchor it in. Step number 3, self-suggestion. This is where you're going to write out just the first sentence of your formalized C-type goal. And this is what I teach in Elevate too. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to go through the goal formulation part. But feel free to ask me afterwards in a DM or anything. I'll share it with you. I've got nothing to hold back here. I'm so happy and grateful now that it's December 2025 and I easily make $100,000 a month. Boom. And then just write it down as many times as you can until the page is full. I've got so many of these journals, and you can see here that I have been writing the same thing over and over and over again. I'm on day 560 today. Why do I continue to do this? Because it works, because it gets results. Constant spaced repetition is the key to changing the paradigm. It's the key to changing the paradigm. Remember, I told you that changing your paradigm, it's serious business. Most people will never even attempt to do this. But that's not you, because you're here. And you're here for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidences in life. You know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. That's why you're here. You are ready. You are ready for this. Okay, so visualization, feeling generation, self-suggestion. It's where you write out your goal as many times as will fill a page. And then the final bit, voice loop. You record yourself into an app on your phone, speaking, declaring your C-type goal with conviction and emotion, and you put it on loop. And you listen to that for like 2 or 3 minutes every day. The only way to change your paradigm is through constant spaced repetition. It's visualizing the same thing, speaking the same thing, writing the same thing, listening to the same thing over and over and over again. Sounds simple, right? Yeah, I know. It's not easy because your paradigm will do whatever it can to sabotage you from doing this simple 20-minute daily ritual every day so that it takes you out of alignment with that goal and keeps you where you are. There are only 2 ways to change a paradigm. I just told you the first way, which is through constant spaced repetition over and over and over again. Because here's the thing, and it's with conviction and emotion. I must impress upon you that emotion is the key. Feeling is the secret. If you do this like a robot with no conviction or emotion, you're wasting your time. Don't bother. It's not going to work. And you're going to be pissed off at me and you're not going to get the results. So don't do it. Feeling is the secret. You've got to feel it. You've got to feel it because it's the feeling that affects your vibration, which then affects your behavior. The only other way to change a paradigm, it's like this, bam, it's a high emotional impact. It's almost always negative. And we really don't want to have to deal with that to change a paradigm. It's a terminal illness. It's the death of a loved one. It's a traumatic event. It's a natural disaster. You will change your worldview like that with a high emotional impact. There's only one high emotional impact that I can think of that is positive, and that is the birth of a child. It is a high emotional impact and it is positive. It's the only one I know that's positive. Everything else is negative. So we do what works and we do what feels so much better, which is constant spaced repetition. It's feeling the same thing, speaking the same thing, writing the same thing, saying the same thing over and over and over again, day in, day out, for weeks and months on end. And you will experience results. Guaranteed. It is an infallible process. Now, your identity and your self-image, it is also a paradigm. You have certain habits and you have certain beliefs about who you are, what you're worth, and what you're capable of. And in order to expand your income, you've got to elevate your identity. So I invite you after this masterclass to become aware of who you are, how you think, how you show up, how you speak, what you choose to engage with. And ask yourself, if I was my next level self, my 6-figure self, my multiple 6-figure self, my 7-figure self, if I was her now, how would I behave? How would I show up? How would I make decisions? And begin to embody her now, and you will get a different result. Speaking of embodying her now and making decisions, I wish they would teach this in school. I wish parents would know this and be able to teach this to their kids, because I know I didn't learn it in school and I didn't learn it from my parents. Most people don't know how to make decisions. That's why you have a lot of people walking around saying, "What do you think I should do? I don't know what to do. What do you think I should do?" People don't know how to make decisions. I'm going to tell you how to make decisions like a successful woman. Now, Napoleon Hill did the most extensive study on the wealthiest men in the world. And what he concluded is that successful people make decisions very differently than people with a poor mentality. Number one, successful people make decisions based on ROI, return on investment. So if I have a goal and I want to 5x my income, and there is an opportunity for me to invest in something that I believe is going to give me the ROI, the return on investment that I desire, it's going to bring me closer to my goal, then I'm in. It's a yes. They don't ask people that have never achieved what it is that they want to achieve. If they do ask other people for advice, they only ask people who have achieved what it is that they want to achieve, not people that haven't. Also, they trust their inner knowing and their intuition. So if they feel intuitively that this makes sense, this feels right, it feels in alignment, it seems like my next perfect step, they trust themselves and they make a decision based on their inner knowing and their intuition. Successful people also are not afraid of leveraging credit to invest in themselves if they know it's going to give them the return on their investment and bring them closer to their goal. So notice how you make decisions as you go about your life. Notice how you either rely on your inner knowing and your intuition, or you maybe sit on the fence, humming and hawing, and ask other people what they think you should do when they have not actually achieved the thing that you want to do. Here's another thing about successful people. When they make their decisions, it's final and they rarely ever change their minds. People with a poor mentality, they hum and haw, they take a long time to make a decision, and then if and when they do make a decision, they often change their minds. Notice how you make decisions and become the version of you who trusts her intuition, who trusts her inner knowing, is not afraid to leverage credit if it means that it's going to bring you closer to your goal. Now, I know I feel like I was like a water hose and I just threw a lot of information to you. And it's all so valuable and so important. And I can go deeper into each of these areas, like goal setting, the power of paradigms in your subconscious mind, identity and self image. But I don't have all of that time now. But what I do have is an invitation for you. And it's actually a really incredible, exciting invitation because it's part of my birthday month blow up I've got going on. I've been celebrating my birthday all month long. And so I have this 3-month program that I call Elevate, empowering mind, body, and soul to be rich. Basically, we journey for 3 months together where you get support, accountability, and community locking arms with me so that you actually get the results that you desire. Because you have all of the information now, whether you've written it down or you're going to watch this on replay and take notes, you've got all the information. You know what you need to do. But knowing it doesn't get results. It's implementation. It's day in and day out doing new things, forming new behaviors and new beliefs about who you are, what you're worth, and what you're capable of. And with me as a guide by your side who has already experienced this incredible transformation of this work and accountability, might I say, because accountability is so important. In my world, accountability, it's integral. Every single day, the ladies inside of my containers, they show up and they are held accountable for doing the thing that gets the results. We must not overlook the power of accountability. You are held accountable to doing what it is you want. And then community, being in a sacred space, surrounded by women who are all on the same journey, doing the same thing, is so empowering and uplifting. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this work, this transformation, this journey that you want to do, whether it's on your own or in my container, it's not what most people do. Most people are actually satisfied with working their 9 to 5, living for the weekend and tiptoeing to retirement, hoping that one day they'll be able to live the dream. And I'm saying, forget that. I want to live for every day. I want to do what I love every day. I don't want to tiptoe to retirement, hoping one day I'll be able to live the dream. I want to live the dream now. But most people, they're not like us. And so when you're in your family or in your workplace or even in your friends circle, oftentimes they're not interested in this. They're just satisfied with living the status quo. So surrounding yourself with people, women who are all doing the same thing, oh gosh, it is like it's invaluable. It's like medicine. Even my own circle of friends are not interested in this stuff. I actually find most of my friends in my containers because we're all interested in the same things, rising up, expanding our income, experiencing more success, more results, more impact. Because I know that you're not here just for money. You want to help people. You want to make impact. You want to make this world better because you were in it. In order to get those results, we've got to change your mind. Now, it's the top of the hour right now. Real quick, I am going to tell you the details of Elevate. It's a 3-month experience where we focus on mind, body, and soul. The whole purpose of Elevate over these 3 months is to, number one, dream bigger, Establish and clarify your C-type goal. Lock it in so that when you do this 20-minute Core 4 daily ritual every day and you are held accountable for it because you do want to experience results, that's what we do. Bye, Morella. Thank you for joining. The second month, we focus on body, which is self-image, which is identity. There are things about you that need to change if you want to rise up and elevate and expand. A whole month, we focused on your self-image, your identity, so that you could have more confidence to speak clearly about your products and services, so that you can attract clients and leads aligned with who you are and what you do. And then finally, month 3, we tap into soul, divine alignment. That is the most sacred part and the most perfect way to wrap up the entire experience. So over the course of 3 months, you will clarify your goal. You will know exactly what you want. You will have a 20-minute daily ritual that, when integrated every single day, will start to shift your vibration, change your energy and your behavior as a result. And then finally, you will begin to live and embody a state of being who knows who she is, what she is capable of, what she is worth, and experience your heaven on earth now, no matter what is going on outside or around you. This experience is regularly a $3,000 investment. As part of my birthday month blow up this month, it's just $999. I know, it's crazy. It's 65% off all month long. And I'm actually going to drop the link inside the chat just so that you can have it. You can open it up and then you can have it for if and when it makes sense to you and if it feels aligned. We begin next month. So the pre-party starts next week. We officially kick off on Monday, August the 11th. And it is going to be an incredible experience. I've run this program before. Everyone has had incredible results. And if you would like to maybe book a call with me because you've got questions, you're just not sure, I'm going to drop my calendar link in the chat as well. Click on that link, open it up. At least you have it open in your browser and you can find a time that works for you. So there's 2 links in there. There is the link to secure your spot inside Elevate at 65% off if you feel aligned. And also, if you have questions, book a call with me. We can get to know each other a little bit better. I can answer any of your questions and give you more information. At the end of the day, ladies, I am not here to pressure you or manipulate you into doing something you don't feel aligned with. What I am here to do is to call you forward into greater levels of your power, because that is why you are here. And if it feels aligned, and if it feels like it makes sense, and if it feels like a full body, hell yes, let's go, this is my next perfect step, then I'm going to welcome you in and I'm going to celebrate you. That is the only way that I want you to come into this experience. If you are a full body, hell yes, let's go. Because then we create magic. Then we have fun. All right, I am going to end the recording, but I'm going to stay on just in case anyone has any questions, okay? Thank you so much for joining me on this masterclass. I hope you receive some real value from it. And at the end of the day, I hope you begin to elevate and rise up into your next level of divine prosperity. I love you. Mwah. Bye.
Thank you so much.